Hello friends and welcome back to a new cleaning for free. In this video we will not be cleaning one room, not two rooms, but 3 rooms. It's almost a whole house clean. And it's not just the visuals that are amazing in this video, it is also the voiceover because I will be talking about the big Scrub Daddy collab. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and a cookie, or when you're from the UK, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's get started. Some of you who have been following me for a long time might be wondering, Colleen, you sound a little bit different. It's almost as if you're more confident. And yes, you are so right. It is a great feeling to be recognized by such a big brand as Scrub Daddy. It really is such an honor that the same brand that sponsors the Queen of Extreme Cleaning, Ari, my biggest inspiration, wanted to sponsor a cleaning and come and clean with me. It all started on Sunday evening when I met Gus, Sylvia, Annabelle and Rich at the hotel. B was coming a little later because she was not feeling too well. And Monday morning we were ready for this big Rotterdam clean. The week before I had already taken some trips to the property so that all the supplies were available for us. And I told you this in the previous video, but it was confirmed when I met these amazing people that Scrub Daddy is really a company that truly cares and has compassion for people struggling to keep their house clean. They did not just cover all the costs for the dumpster, for everything that was needed to actually clean the home, but they also provided new furniture and new decorations, anything to make the home cozy and a very nice place to live in again. We hustled 3 very long days to get it all ready for the review, and of course, I'm gonna make a video about it. This big Rotterdam clean was a very promising start to 2025 and there is more to come, you guys. I made friends with Richard Sales, he's such a cool and funny guy, and also with B. Elton from Clean with B. She is a gem and we agreed that next time I should come to the UK and clean over there with her. As I'm rewatching all the content that we made during that big clean, I'm realizing that we were vibing so well. We worked really hard, but we also made some jokes, we also laughed a lot, and we experienced some amazing things together. If you can't wait to see some really funny clips of this big Rotterdam clean, you should go to the Instagram or TikTok of Scrub Daddy NL. NL stands for Netherlands, and I will put the links to those pages in the description of this video. I could literally talk through this whole video about the big Rotterdam clean, but then there's nothing left for the actual video. So now I'm going to tell you what is happening in this home that you're seeing right now. This is the home of a single father who we will call Chad. And yes, when I'm planning my cleanings, I do give priority to the homes where there are kids involved. Chad is a really hardworking father and he loves his daughter so much, but he is struggling with creating the right routines to keep up with his household. Despite of what some people might think, creating these routines in a household is not something that comes naturally. It is more of like a skill. It really requires a trained brain to follow certain things in a routine format. And for example, when I cook dinner, I know that after we finish dinner, I start clear out the countertop, I take away the trash, I clean the countertop, I put all kinds of stuff in the dishwasher, and all these steps are connected to each other. And in my head, it has become a routine, sort of. And the reason why I trained my brain that way is because I know that in the evening I will have more peace when everything is just organized and clean. And in the morning I will be even more grateful to start the day with a clean countertop. Through these cleanings for free, I have learned that for neurodivergent people, it is much harder, but not impossible, to create routines. And by this, I mean better routines, because Chet did have some routines. For example, every day after work, he went straight to the supermarket, bought some groceries in a plastic bag, and these were mostly ready to eat products, and then all the trash he put in that same plastic bag, tied it, and put it on the floor in the kitchen. And when there was almost no room left on the kitchen floor, he started to put these bags in the living room and in the dining room, as you will see later in this video. But how would it be possible for Chad to break through this pattern and create a new and better routine? Listen closely, because I'm about to give some very valuable tips on how to do this, after the next clip, that is. Okay, so when we want to create better routines in our household and actually in any part of our life, we start with identifying our challenges. Don't call these weaknesses, because this is about skills. I think if you call it a challenge, it will get you in that positive mindset that you need to really train yourself and be able to learn yourself a new skill. For example, in this case, it is a real challenge for Chad to keep his kitchen clean and tidy. The second step is that you want to write down a small objective for yourself that you want to keep for 1 or 2 weeks. I advise Chad to write down that he takes away 1 bag of trash each evening after dinner. So you don't want to write down the real goal, which is in the end to keep your kitchen clean and tidy, but you want to write down 1 small task that you're gonna do for 1 or 2 weeks. You want to write down this objective on a piece of paper and stick it somewhere where it's relevant. So in this case, I put this piece of paper on the fridge in the kitchen so that Chad will see it every day and be reminded. Another way that works really well is to set an alarm on your phone around a specific time that you might want to do this task. And remember, you don't want to do this for someone else. You are doing this for yourself. So when you're seeing that note or when you're getting that alarm, get up and do it. No excuses, just do it. Something that might be funny, but really helps me to do a certain task which I hate or for which I have no motivation at that point, is to talk to myself actually. I say to myself, Colleen, get up, come on, don't be lazy, get the trash bag, it's not that hard, go outside, get your shoes on and do it. And that really helps me sometimes. When you managed to follow this specific objective for about 2 weeks, you will notice that you have created a small routine already. What you want to do now is add a second small objective to the first one. A second objective in this case would be for Chad to put all the dirty plates and dirty cutlery in the dishwasher immediately after he used it. And what I forgot to mention is that it is really important to also involve kids or other family members into these new routines. By the way, I do have a funny anecdote about this cleaning, but I will tell you this story after the next clip. And this is the after shot of the kitchen. I think it took me about 3.5 hours to finish it. And I did not clean the fridge yet. I did that on day 2. And as you can see, the sink is clogged, so I advised Chad to get a plumber in. Now, before we continue with the living room, I first want to do a short intermezzo about my Veggie Garden Edition 2025. I am such a proud mama of my little seedlings. These are tomato seedlings. And apart from cleaning, I do love gardening. So that's why I really wanted to give you guys some updates. This is lavender. I'm also planning on planting some flowers to attract some bees and some butterflies. And this is my backyard. And over here will be my veggie garden. My husband is currently making these wooden planter containers. And what you're seeing over here are some raspberry bushes. But since I can't wait to show you the living room, let's continue cleaning. Did you know that the very reason that I can do these cleanings for free is because of you? If you subscribe to my channel, if you like the videos, if you are leaving comments, this will be so good for the YouTube algorithm, which means that YouTube will push these videos to people that don't know my channel yet. And this will increase the chance of people subscribing and viewing the videos. And I get paid every 1,000 views per video. Right now, I'm getting about $600 from YouTube per month. I am spending $400 on these cleanings, so I'm left with $200, which is not so much since my son is going to daycare for 2 days a week, so I can do these free cleanings. And daycare costs me about $600 a month. And I am not begging for money, but I would love to get more views on the video. So if you, by any chance, could share these videos with anyone you know, I would be super grateful. One thing you might have noticed in this living room is that there are so many empty chocolate milk cartons. And I don't know if you can, but try to count how many I'm putting in the trash bag right now. As I'm collecting all the toys, I would like to give a shout out to the people who gave us super thanks on my previous video. And these amazing people are Patty, Zoe, River Girl, Linda, Gypsy Danger, Jill Siepman, and Jennifer Norris. I truly appreciate all your gifts. Thank you so much, everyone. I hear some of you guys thinking, Colleen, what are you doing with those toys? They must be really, really dirty. And yes, they were. And that's why I advised Chat to put them in a pillowcase and put them in the dishwasher. No, not in the dishwasher, in the washing machine. Anyways, as I'm saying this, I think you might also be able to put them in the dishwasher. I think both options are okay if it's a very hot program. When I'm cleaning living rooms, I cannot help but just remove the couch because I'm always so sure that there's something under it. The surprise wasn't that big this time. It was just some cartons of chocolate milk and some toys, some paper things. Not so dirty actually. When it comes to the dining room, I lost some footage of clearing out and cleaning this table, but lucky me, I had some footage left on my phone and here it is. There was some very interesting food on this table. Here, this is a banana, for example. It is completely shrinked and moldy. So delicious. And these were white buns, and this was a very, very delicious looking Oreo muffin. I almost ate it. I do have a funny anecdote about this cleaning because I was left with so many trash bags, and for this dining room alone I made 5 trips with 7 trash bags. So 35 bags in total. And the last time I went to the container, there was an old granny and she screamed to me, "That container is for plastic. It is not for all kinds of other rubbish." And since I didn't want to expose Jet, I really didn't know what to say, and I just continued silently dropping these trash bags in the container, hoping that she wouldn't come up to me. And by the time she was downstairs, because she had an apartment in a flat, by the time she was downstairs to, I think, talk to me, I was already in the car and I drove away. So I asked my followers on social media what I should say next time, and they came up with some very creative ideas, such as, "Well, I had a party last night and there were so many people coming over, and this is all the plastic that we had left." Or, "I moved, I bought new furniture, and that's why I have so many plastic." I might actually use these explanations, because I, of course, don't want to tell them what I'm really doing, because by no means I want to expose the person who I'm cleaning for. Again, I want to emphasize that if you want better cleaning routines in your house, please get your kids involved. After they finished with their creative toys, creative stuff, please let them just clean up and before they do something else. And also when they go to bed, first clean up their toys. I thought I would test out the Kercher steam cleaner that I got on the floor, and it surprised me that it worked so well, because I have used a couple of other steam cleaners on the floor before and I was not satisfied with those, but this one just did the work for me. I had to go over a stain about 3 times, and look at that, it's just gone. So amazingly grateful for this tool. And right now it's almost the end of this video. You can hear it in my voice. It is really cracky. So yeah, I am going to end this video by thanking you all so much for watching. This is the after of the dining room, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!